Screen, okay. Okay, so no questions, huh? Okay, let's get started today from Terraform. Okay, so Git store is done, right? Then perfect. So Terraform. So what is Terraform? Anyone knows? Ah, Terraform is a infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as code. IAC. Okay, so it's an open source tool. So which supports all clouds, major clouds, AWS, Azure, GCP. AWS, Azure, and GCP. So by using this tool, so we can create infrastructure inside cloud. Okay. So guys, and so Terraform is a open source tool. If you want to create any infrastructure like networking, storage, servers, any service in the cloud, the recommended way is IAC way. It's infrastructure as a code. So Terraform is a open source tool, but recently it's more to business process. I mean not fully open source now. Okay. So if you need any support from the Terraform, they are not giving as a free of cost. So I can say at this time Terraform is not open source tool, fully open source tool. Okay. So let's go to the check Terraform process and all. Hmm. So created by HashiCorp. Okay. So the main things you can see here, developers is Hashiko. If you can see, Mitchell Hashimoto is the original author. Stable release 3 months ago, 2024. Recently released updations. So written in Go language. Terraform written in Go language. And supporting operating systems are Linux, Mac OS, Windows, and something here. Yeah. Type infrastructure as a code. See now, business source license updated now. It's a business source license now. So not fully open source now. Okay. And Terraform developed in Go language. But you no need to write Go language to interact with the Terraform. Terraform supports two type of languages to write a Terraform code. Two languages. One is HCL, one is JSON. JSON and HCL. HCL means HashiCorp language. So supports all operating systems, Linux and Windows and all. So Terraform recently acquired by IBM. So IBM companies, the license purchased from HashiCorp. So now Terraform is completely owned by IBM. So later they changed this license type open source to business. And we have a alternate tool also, Terraform OpenTofu. Alternate tool for Terraform is OpenTofu. So this is the official logo. So you can see OpenTofu. This is official for OpenTofu. Okay, alternate tool. But OpenTofu is a fully open source. And it's forked from Terraform only. So that's what the same concept Terraform OpenTofu, just three commands only different. There is an existing Terraform, whatever, if you develop a Terraform existing, that we can convert into OpenTofu also. Just commands only the difference. We'll see last day this process as a 99% same both. So only the 1% commands only. Clear now? So mostly in organizations, they are using Terraform tool only to manage the resources, to delete or create and all. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let's understand what is Terraform a little brief now. Why Terraform is more popular also we can understand. Yeah. Let's say, yeah. So for example, same concept like a working directory. So let's take a developer now. Let's say here I'm in my laptop, I'm developing a Terraform code. So let's say I'm developing a Terraform code to create a AWS resources. Okay. AWS resources. So in this case, my request has to go into where? AWS. If I, for example, I'm creating a resource EC2 or RDS, for example, RDS. In this case, let me take a AWS environment here. I'm just taking AWS here. Okay. RDS. I want to create RDS. In this case, I have developed a code to create a RDS in my local. Clear? Guys, if there is a command in Terraform apply, for example. If I run Terraform apply command, which means I'm going to apply this code, whatever code I develop. Okay. So my end, let's say HCL Hershey cup code. Mm, okay. Yeah. My end, this code is there. Let's understand. This is the code what I develop in my laptop. This is the code to create a RDS. When I run Terraform apply command, I need to apply this resource. I need to apply means execute this code. Execute this code, request will go to where? AWS and create a RDS. This is the process what I want. But how request will go to directly AWS? It may go to Azure also. It may go to GCP also. In Python Boto3, no. I'm not talking about my account. I'm talking about environment. In Python Boto3, how the request will go to AWS? Boto3 libraries. Right, I'm not. So here also there is a concept, plugins concept. Yes, very good. Provider plugins concept. So this is Terraform now, right? Terraform inside we have a plugins AWS, Azure and GCP. Clear now? So if you write a code, Terraform code, So first we need to run a command terraform init. How this command will work? The required permissions to interact AWS, I will download into my working directory. Okay. When I run Terraform init command, request will go to Terraform official registry. Okay. The Terraform official registry, gives the required plugins into your working directory. Clear? When you run Terraform init. So you may get a doubt. If I run Terraform init, it will initialize the required plugins. Into your working directory. So if I run AWS cloud, interaction of the AWS services, the request will go to Terraform. Terraform will give AWS plugins into your working directory. These plugins will help to communicate AWS environment. Clear the concept now? In Python Boto3 libraries we have to install. Here plugins need to install. How to install the plugins? Just run Terraform init command only. When you run Terraform init, it's initialize the required plugins from Terraform registry to working directory to interact the cloud resources. Okay. Okay. I will tell you that definitions later. Just understand. Okay. So simple language, understand Terraform init is what? Initialize the required plugins from Terraform registry to working directory. That's it. Okay. Now, if I run Terraform apply, request will go to AWS environment. Yeah, like a Git init. But now, how request will go to only my account inside the AWS? Yeah, keys. Clear now? Yeah, keys will help to here authentication of account, not AWS account. Keys not help to reach your request into AWS. Keys is only once your request already entered into the AWS, keys will work to authentication only. Login. Clear till here? Perfect. So, to interact a cloud env. So here plugins AWS, Azure, GCP to interact a cloud environment. So first we have to focus these two areas. I think keys no need to explain, right? You just configure the keys only. Okay. So every time you need to run Terraform init first, then only go for Terraform apply. So we have a one more command actually, Terraform plan. It will give a plan. What is Terraform plan? It will give a blueprint what you are going to create. For example, RDS code is ready. When I run a Terraform init, required plugins will be installed into my working directory. So before creating a Terraform apply, I can run Terraform plan. This Terraform plan will help to give a blueprint. When you run a Terraform plan, what you are going to create, it will show only. Okay. Proceed means give apply. Until you run Terraform apply, no resources will create in AWS environment, Azure environment, GCP environment. Plan, it will show just the plan of action, what you are going to create. Clear now? What about Terraform apply? Apply, execute a plan, create a resources. Okay. Let's write a definitions, something here. Terraform init initialize the initialize the required plugins from Terraform registry to working directory. Next, Terraform plan. What it is? It will give a just plan of action, execution plan. So it will show execution plan. What we are going to create. What are going to be created. It won't create anything now until apply. Just it will show a plan of action. A simple plan of action. Next is what? Terraform apply. It will execute the code, simple. Execute the code and create a resources in cloud environment. Depends on the which cloud environment. Okay. These are the major commands. Few commands also there, we'll see in the coming classes. These are the main commands to work with Terraform. Basic commands. Okay. And next is config files. Terraform files, otherwise write Terraform files. So there are important Terraform files. One is provider.tf. Simple provider.tf means where we can add cloud provider details. Cloud provider details means based on this file only the request will go Terraform registry. Which cloud plugins are required, it will give. Next. So main.tf. So where we can add the resource details means main code, which resource you are going to be create. Next, variables.tf. So simple, we can variabilize the values where we can add the values and enable variabilize process. So variabilizing the process. So means here we are, yeah, we are not calling any values directly. Okay. So for example, instance type is there. We can add instance type into variable.tf. We can call a variable.tf instead of hard coding. So instead of hard coding the values, hard code the values otherwise. Next, output.tf, where we can print the values, print the outputs. For example, instance IP, aged, DNS name, etc. After creating instance, if you need instance IP, you need to go log in and check it. But output.tf value will give a result, automatically print a value in the same terminal instance IP after creating. Next, Terraform.tf vars. So where we can insert the values to variables. So by using Terraform.tf vars, we can insert the values to variables. I will discuss everything, don't worry. Practically we'll discuss everything. So you will get a clarity. Clear important files? Okay. These two. Okay. So now prerequisites to work with Terraform. First, install Terraform and configure the keys. If not yet done, and install VS Code where we can develop a code. Okay. VS Code is a virtual studio code where we can develop a code, Python, Java, Terraform usually. Okay. Let's go to Google, type Terraform. Click on the install Terraform first. So here Windows, you can click on the Windows. Versions also your wish. I'm taking latest version. If you click on this Windows, Terraform is downloading now. So Don't forget to extract this. This is zip format. After download it, extract this. Mac also same problem, same process. Clear now? And copy this path. After extract this process, copy the path and go to here, variables, environmental variables, system environmental variables. Let's go to here. Yeah, here. Account environmental variables. Oh, I download for Mac. Huh? Let's. Okay, then deleted. Deleted. Okay, let's go to download Windows 64 or download done. Immediately extract this, copy, Control C, go to env variables, system environmental variables for account. Let's go to env account system variables. Yeah, this one, account. Click on it, click on the path, edit. So my end already, if you can see, 1.118.2 version already there. This is Vault again. 1.10.5 already there, Terraform. So you can add a new here. You can control it. 1.10.5 is the old version. 1.11.4 is the latest version. After that, okay. And now go to your terminal or anywhere. Just give Terraform -- version. 1.10.5. Still old version it is showing. So I need to remove 1.10.5. I'll update 1.11 point something. It will work. Okay. Otherwise, I'll do that quickly. So go to env variable, account env variable. Yeah, here only. So go to path, edit. Let me remove this. Delete. Now 1.11.4 only there. Okay. Close this CMD. Open this CMD. Give again Terraform -- version. On 1.11.4. If you do correct, still unable to access, restart your laptop. It will work. Clear? Perfect. And the next step is install VS Code, Virtual Studio Code. Let me close mind everything. So go to Google again, download VS Code. Just give Windows, click on this. It will automatically install VS Code. Linux Mac process. After that, open VS Code. So your end, nothing will show everything. My end already some existing files are there. So you can do one thing before you can create a one working directory. So before you can create a one working directory, Terraform, I'm just giving 10:30 a.m. This is your repository from today, local. After that, I will push into remote repository. So now let's open Terraform, that repository, open folder. Open folder. Here you can type Terraform 1030, select a folder, and now I'm inside of Terraform 1030 folder. Clear? So now we can start the process from the scratch now. In this case, first I need to configure the keys. So you can remove this. The right side corner, you are able to see these many terminals. My suggestion is to go with GitHub. So if you develop a code, you can push code from here and also into GitHub repository. Clear? Perfect. And now immediately go to GitHub, create a one repository here. Terraform 10:30 a.m. practice. Okay, your wish, any name you can give. Next, you can take SSH, my key is already there. Clone into git to clone. I have a empty repository. So now you can see inside your directory, you have a Terraform 10:30 a.m. practice repository. Inside we can create a day 1, day 2, day 3 like that. Okay. Before that, we need to check keys are configured or not. AWS configure list. My end key is already there. This is wrong keys. I mean, old account keys. I need to update the keys with new account. Okay. Let's go to here. Let's configure the access key. AWS configure. I'm giving access key. Secret key. Done. AWS configure list. Yes, configured correct keys. So account validation prospect to account login prospect to keys are done. And to develop a code, VS Code also ready. So here we can start the process. Day 1. Installations process. Okay. So what I'm going to do, my existing Terraform repositories, I'll just copy paste the day 1 installations. Still, if you're having any doubts, you can proceed with this. This is A to Z nodes. Okay, directly I can copy here only. After that, I'll run a git pull better. Okay, so here I'm going to create a file. So let's create Terraform. Otherwise, I'll do it later, not required. Installation process already you know, right? If you just this is the process of installation only. This is just overview. If you need for time being, I will add this overview.md. Just what is Terraform and all, commit the changes. Mhm. So let's run git pull command, ls, switch to directory repository, run git pull command. So update day one inside overview.md. Just you can go through this if you need any process and all. Okay, I will update installations commands also and everything. So let me now we can start the process. Okay, how to start with Terraform we can discuss now. Okay, so I'll do one thing, I'll create a one more. So day one basic code practice. So switch to, I mean, create a files. First file is what? Provider.tf. Okay. So provider.tf is nothing but what? So for example, if you want to work with AWS, my provider is what? AWS. If you want to if you want to work with Azure, my provider is Azure. Like that. Provider block starts from provider. And I forget to inform you that before going to be create this, we need to download some extensions here. These extensions will help to give us some suggestions. You no need to type everything. So in this case, those extensions are just you can give HashiCorp only here. So install these three. Install means click on this. My end uninstall, right? Okay, let me uninstall. Again install. So your end you are able to see install. Just three. HashiCorp Sentinel, HashiCorp HCL, HashiCorp Terraform. These three you can download. It will help to automatically syntax highlighting, syntax correction and all. It will give automatically. Extensions. Again back to code. So now here I'm just explaining how to write a provider block. Provider block contains which cloud you are talking about. I'm talking about AWS. So provider block starts from provider only. Just give P. Automatically provider will come. Okay. Give provider. Okay. So which provider? AWS. That's it. You no need to do anything. This is provider block. Here, do I need to mention a region? Not required. Region already it will pull from the .aws configurations. But I don't want that region. I have configured US East 1 region, right? I'm not going to create that region. Then you can mention which region. So AP South 1. If I mention like that, it won't take default region from the .aws. It will take this region only. If you not specify anything, it will take from default region only. So I'm removing. Okay. Now I want to create a EC2 instance, for example. Which block I should write? Resources main.tf. Main.tf contains what? Resources information. Clear? What you are going to be create. Resources information start from resource only. Okay. And now, okay, provider block AWS. Inside AWS, which resource you are going to create, you can mention that resource. Every resource start from AWS underscore is the common one. Every resource, any resource, you have to write AWS underscore. Now you need to write which resource you are going to create. Instance means you can give instance, just INS See, clear now? Okay. Now you tell me, create a resources. Instance, I want to create a AWS EC2 instance. What and all required? The arguments, AMI. Give the AMI, for example, US East 1. AMI. Okay, I'm taking AMI. Next is what? Instance type. I don't know how to declare here. Just give I. Is there an instance type? Is there? Yes. And just again give the quotes. T2 dot micro. And next, is there any mandatory things? VPC submit by default it will take, right? Like CLI or something. And next, without keeper also can we create a server? Yes. These two are enough. Just to create a default EC2. Here focus is not how many arguments are required. Focus how Terraform is going to work. You can add multiple arguments. Same server with multiple arguments. You can define a VPC submit. I'll focus in the coming classes. Okay. So this is my code. Yes, understand. This is my code. Now I want to create a server. So how to start the process now? First command is what? And one more thing here, file inside save is there na, auto save option enable it. Otherwise, if auto save option is not enabled na, if you do any changes, if you forget to save, all the changes will expect here run. Understand? First command is what? Terraform init. The request will go to where? When I run Terraform init, request will go to where? Terraform registry. Okay, Terraform registry. Okay. So my day one inside main.tf is there, provider.tf only there. When I start Terraform init, see. Okay. I'm not inside of the directory where my code is exist, right? ls cd day one run Terraform init. When you run a Terraform init, request will go to where? See the paint. Request will go to where? Terraform registry. Let's understand what is Terraform registry now. Click on the Terraform registry or just give Terraform. So this is Terraform by HashiCorp. So you can go for registry. So here providers, browse providers. These many providers are supporting by Terraform. But which provider will pick from here? AWS. Why? My provider.tf inside I have mentioned AWS only. So the required plugins download into where? My working directory day one inside. When I start Terraform init, request will go to official Terraform registry. See HashiCorp AWS. From there, installing the plugins from HashiCorp Terraform registry to my local working directory. Will wait. You can see. See, created a one directory. The directory name is what? .terraform. And also one more file is created what? Lock.hcl. So we have to focus these two files now. What is .terraform? Just click on this here. Just drag here. One directory is created, right? The directory when it was created after Terraform init. The .terraform inside which block is there? Providers. Providers inside registry.terraform.io. Inside HashiCorp. Inside AWS plugins. Inside a version. A plugin version 5.994.1. Clear now? So this plugin will help to communicate your request into AWS environment directly. Clear the concept now, how to understand how your Terraform code interacting to AWS environment because of plugins. That's what we should run Terraform in it. Without Terraform in it directly, if you run Terraform apply, it won't work. Clear? What about lock HCL? Okay, let's focus a while in this process. Let me finish this Terraform apply also, then I'll discuss what is lock HCL. Next command is what? Plan to check your plan of action. My plan is what? To create EC2 instance. Now you can see drag here. Plan is 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. 1 to add means one server is going to be add, but not at added. When server is going to be added, once you apply. This is the execution plan. Create. Terraform will perform the following actions. This is the AMI ID. Yes, I have given. AR and I don't know. This and all I don't know. T2 micro I have given instance type. Remaining I haven't declared. These and all we can see after apply. Automatically by default these and all enabled, right? Public IP, private IP. We can see after apply only. One to add meaning clear now? How many resources will create? One. That resource is instance. The required fields are already I'm able to see now. Okay, good to go means Terraform apply. Enter a value. Yes, proceed. So one instance is creating, right? One instance is initializing. Okay. If I want to delete this server, one more command, Terraform destroy. When you run a Terraform destroy, it will destroy this resource. S destroying instance. Destroying now. Okay. Okay. Destroying done now. Instances, I mean, it's processing now. Now you can see shutting down. It's taking time. Terminated, right? See, destroyed, right? So let's focus now. This is a basic process how to run a Terraform. You need to plan, apply, destroy. 4 commands are clear, right? Let's focus on now log HCL, what it is. So guys, my Terraform provider is giving which plugins version? 5.94.1, which is this one. Whenever you can download a plugins now guys, the plugins, the background one lock will apply. This lock will protect if Terraform is release a new version. When you run a Terraform init, a request will go to plugins, right? It won't give a new version automatically. For example, there is no locking system. What will happen? A Terraform providers release a new version. When you run a Terraform init, automatically version will update every time. That version may not support your code base. Hello? Yes? Okay. Clear what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Let me show you here. The version, for example, plugin versions are 5.9 downloaded into the working directory. So after few weeks, Terraform is released a new version 6.0. Clear? Okay. In this case, you are running Terraform for this, any modifications you have made and running a Terraform. But definitely you need to run Terraform in it, right? Again, this request will go to 6.0, not 5.9 at that time. Download 6.0 plugins. These 6.0 plugins may not support your code base. Every version they may implement some security patches, whatever it is. That may support, may not support. We don't know, right? So simple logic. Now 1.0 plugins not at all support this present code. 2.0 also not at all support. Like that, every version there are new changes. Those changes first you can do in your source code, then you can run Terraform in it. Otherwise, your code may fail. In this case, to avoid this process, automatic upgrade versions from the cloud provider plugins, Terraform will provide what? Lock HCL. This lock HCL will work to lock the version of provider plugins. In this case, let's see now, multiple times if you run Terraform in it, it will download same plugin. Even after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years also, it will give 5.94.1 only lock enable for that version. Okay, clear what I'm trying to say? Okay. Wantedly, I'm going to update a version block here. Let's go here. Let's go to Terraform AWS provider. Okay, I can take from here also. So better. So let's go to provider block, click on AWS. So use provider. So this is the version, right? Copy. For suppose this is version block. Default version is what? Present 5.94.1. That's what. See, downloaded 5.94.1. Later maybe it will change. That will download automatically. But Terraform is upgrade locking, not upgrade version automatically until customer is willing to upgrade. Okay. Now, manually I'm going to change this version. 5.94.1 is not required. So what I'm going to do, give less than 4 version. Okay, which means what? I need version below 4 only. Let's see it will work or not. It's not taking automatically, right? Clear? Why? Lock already enable. In this case, no, I want this version. Then you need to run one more command. Terraform init upgrade. Until you specify, see, they're mentioning here. If you want to use this version, Terraform init upgrade. Okay, let me give this 4.0.0. They're showing, right? So if I want to take 4.0 or any different version, again you need to run upgrade command until and that this lock is apply a locking mode. When you run upgrade command, lock will release whatever version is there, it will take. When upgrade command you can run whenever you want the specific version only. Until on that, run Terraform on it only. Below 4, which version is available? 3.76.1. Let's go to check. Change version or not. Now lock is enabled for 3.76.1. Now, if you run a multiple times Terraform in it, is there an impact? Always 3.76.1 only. Why? Lock is enabled. Clear or not? So until on that, again if you give upgrade also 3.76.1 only. Why? I'm not changing the block rate, still 3.76.1 only. Okay, I'll do one thing, guys. I'm just select and control forward slash for commenting. If I delete this block will miss your end, right? Commenting means this is not work now. Lines are commenting. So this is not executing. So here Terraform will execute only these 3 blocks only. Now tell me, wait. I'll take your question. Now if I run Terraform in it, what will happen? Nothing, right? Same 3.76.1. If I give upgrade, nothing again. Why 5.94.1? If you not mention anything, meaning is what? Default version. Default version is what? Clear the concept now? If you not specify, meaning is what? Latest version. Clear lock, terraform.lock itself concept. Okay. After run terraform init dot terraform directory will create, right or not? Create with plugins downloaded from Terraform registry. Basics are very important. Many students directly enter into the scene. Okay. So they won't get clarity. %85 students don't know this concept, log HCL. They are always focused on main.provider, main.provider. But they're not focusing on .terraform log HCL. So learn everything so that easily understand the concepts. Next is what? Terraform dot enable locking for existing version. So when you run a multiple times Terraform init, it will not allow to take a new version. until upgrade command. Terraform init hyphen upgrade. Clear now? Any questions? What is .terraform? What is log.hcl and no questions, right? Okay. So if I want to run this process in specific different region, how to run? Now it is taking US East one, right? What I can do? Mention a region here equal to AP South 1, like this. I'm just commenting line anyway. If you want, you can. Okay, this is Terraform. The main how to interact the Terraform. Still not focusing on this area. Resource block and something. Okay. Okay. Let's write a variable.tf now. So 2 files are completed, right? .terraform is a folder will create having a plugins. See 3.76.1 also, right? Version is there, right? .terraform will create when you run a Terraform init. Terraform init means what? Initialize the provider plugins from the Terraform registry. The download plugins, it will be downloaded inside the day one with .terraform directory inside. Okay. Yeah, no problem. For example, ls-la .terraform is there, right? rm-rf .terraform deleted. Okay. So day one instead .terraform is not there, right? Now if I run Terraform plan, will it work or not? What is saying? Plugins are missing, run Terraform init. When I run a Terraform init, initialize the plugins and create a .terraform directory here. The directory inside these plugins will be downloaded 5.94 version. And here there is a terraform.tf state and terraform.tf state backup. You can ignore for time being. I will take care of the later. Now, see .terraform create. Which version? 5.94.1. Before version I have deleted, right? Yeah. So time being this two, you can ignore it now. So there are some dependencies to understand this two process. Until the dependencies, we can wait. Okay. Let's create one more file. So creating time, be careful. It should be created inside the day one only. If you are confusing, better to go Linux process. Give ls, create here only. Touch file, vi file, whatever your wish. So day one. So inside, if you want to create a file, click on any file. Better create a file means it will create in the same level. So variables, not resources. Resources plugins. Resources means you are creating. Variables.tf. Okay. What is variable.tf? Instead of hardcode the values, we can variabilize the values. We discussed that already. So in this case, my main.tf AMI is hard coded or not? Instance type is hard coded or not? In this case, I will write a variables for these two arguments. I'll pass from the variable. Okay. Variable block start from variable only. Provider block starts from provider. Resource block starts from resources. Variable block starts from variable. Variable inside, you can give any name, no problem. Understand? You can give any problem. For example, dev. I'm giving it dev. But generally, AMI ID, right? We can give AMI. Okay, let me give it dev for better clarity. So now, here you can write a description. Description just explaining only, optional one. So I'm inserting values, AMI ID into main. I'm just writing like this. And now here we need to write a type. So type equal to string always. Okay. And next data type. Next main, this is default. Default equal to the value, actual value. Go to main.tf. This is the value. Clear now? This is a process how to write a variable. You can ignore description if required. This is just optional only. Give a value string while calling a variable. Only single value I'm calling, so you can give a string here. Multiple values are there. This is AMI ID. Multiple values for one instance T2 micro, one instance T3 medium. Here we can call a list. So instance type will change based on the calling from the main. Okay, I will explain at the time. Don't worry. Okay. Now, how to call variable from here? My value already declared into variable, right? Simple how to call, just give v only. Var dot, what is the name of the variable? Given dev. That's it. Next, T2 micro also there, right? Let's write a variable for this also. Again, variable. Here write what? Instance type. You can give any name. Type. Description I'm not writing. It's optional one. Type equal to string. Default equal to T2 dot micro. How to call? How to write in the main.tf now? Var dot type, which is equal to T2 dot micro. So let's go here, remove here. Var dot type. You can give any name, no problem. So I'm changing in names in the correct order. This is instance type, right? For better understanding, this is instance type. This is what? AMI ID. If I give AMI ID, you may confuse here. Okay, I should give same name here also. That's what I have given different name before. Now, errors are there, right? How many errors are there? 2. See, what are the errors? Just place your cursor there. No declaration found var.dev. You haven't declared anywhere dev. Why? Before dev is there, I have renamed this into AMI ID. That's what var.dev is not declared anyway. What I have declared? AMI ID. Same type also not declared anywhere. What I have declared? Instance type. That's it. How to write a variables. Correct. Let's again run Terraform plan. It's kind of key value only. Correct. 1 is going to create. I have destroyed right already. So one is going to create. So just I'm going to give a 2 minutes what is state file. State file is it's a common, it's a bridge between your configuration file and cloud, AWS cloud resources. For example, here it is showing one to add, right? Now if you can go to terraform.tf state file inside content, result is null. State file inside, nothing is there, which means what? This instance is not there in the cloud. How Terraform can understand this instance already created, already running, or not there? State file will take care. A state file is an interface between your resource block and remote. This is which state? Desired state or current state? Desired state or current state? This state comes under desired state or current state? Desired state. When desired state equal to current state, if you create a resource is running over there, current state also fine as per the desired state. At this time, my current state is there or not? No, only desired state. To match a current state, one instance should create, right? In that case, one instance created, for example, next to desired state equal to current state or not? Right or not? Okay. So Terraform state file will tag the resources desired state to current state. Now current state information is what inside the state file? Null. Nothing is there. In your cloud, current state means cloud inside AWS EC2. AWS EC2. Why EC2? My resource block is only EC2. Clear now? Okay, let's apply now. Apply. Yes. Now one resource is going to create, right? Whenever resource created, na, let's wait. Terraform init always one time only until you do any modifications. If you do any modifications, again run Terraform init. Okay. Now resource one created or not? Now let's go and check the Terraform state file. See, all the resource information is added inside the state file. Now you tell me guys, if I run Terraform plan second time, what will be the expected output? One change or zero change? One change or zero change? Create one more instance. You are understanding like that, right? But why Terraform is more popular? See. No changes. So Terraform state file concept is there inside the Terraform. If you create a thousand times, if you run Terraform plan, once instance is created, it won't allow to create. But CLI command run 100 times, Lambda run 100 times. No control for the resource level, right? But here control is there. Clear? For example, now I want to add a tags. Tags equal to name, right? Name equal to instance, right? Give a dev instance. Instance name is dev. I'm declaring tags. Yeah, that means it will not create a duplicate. Yes. Now tell me guys, if I run Terraform plan, what would be the expected output? It won't create a tags not created. Or instance deleted and again freshly created. Okay, leave it for Terraform now. Leave it for Terraform. What about manual process? Instance created. If you want to create a tags, what is the process? What is the process? Guess how to give a name of the instance? Go to name and give a name and save it only, right? Do you need to delete any instance? Yeah. So same process Terraform also follow. Terraform plan means consider as a change. Zero to add, right? Still instance already running. You no need to create, but changes are required. The change is what? Just a tag. So to update a tag, do I need to delete a server? No. But if you run through CLI or Python Boto 3, you need to write a big logic for this. Check first instance there or not. Check first tag is there or not. And go and check. We need to write a big logic. But here simple. You no need to do anything. Stateful will take care. The background Go language is there. That will take care of everything. Clear? So Terraform plan. If I Terraform apply, so you can give auto approve command also here. If you give auto approve command, you no need to mention every time yes or no. Okay. So before that, you can go and check a resource. So this is a refresh. So this is the resource is running no name, right? You can apply. Stateful immediately will check. This server is already there. Oh, tag only missing. You can update tag. Understand? See, creating only tag. Done. Now you can go and refresh here. Tag updated or not? But without deleting? Yes. Okay. Everything is possible. Okay. Boss, this is Terraform. You can do everything. Not only instance type. You can create a front end, back end, communication, database, everything. 1,000+ resources you can create. That's what popular tool. So you have created already front end, back end, database process, right? I will show through Terraform. I mean, not directly, we will learn. And last day I will show. Okay, how to create a big network. 8 subnets or 32 subnets or multiple VPCs, cross region, whatever certificate manager, Route 53, load balancer, auto scaling, database, everything through Terraform only. No manual process at all. Clear? Okay. Let's tell me guys, if I change instance type, do I need to change here? Where should I change? Okay, now tell me if I give t2.nano, you tell me if I run Terraform plan, what is expected output? Change or delete, recreate, or stop the server and create, or stop the server and modify? Change, server is not going to stop. Are you clear? Okay, say the manual process. How to change the instance type? Stop the server and change the instance type, start the server. Same Terraform also do same thing only. Terraform don't know how to do instance type. Terraform directly give the request to AWS only. Hey, request change request, instance type. Whatever manual process is, it follows same thing only. Let's give now. Yeah, refreshing state. I will tell you what is refreshing. Now see, observe here. Stopping the server. It will change instant. Now T2 micro, right? See after some time. I'll close the session in 2 minutes. Please wait. Stopped now. Now it is changing instance type. See T2 nano changed. Now starting also. Right? Okay. Now it is running on which availability zone? US East 1A. Let's go and you can keep a change again. Instance type. Again put like a T2.micro. Okay, keep as is better. Otherwise, again, it will be modify. Control S. Now, main.tf. Let's write availability zone. I don't want to create an AP. Already running, right? AP South 1A. AP, sorry. US East 1B. I have given. If you write, you can write a variable for this. Okay. Control S. Now tell me. If I run Terraform plan, what will be the expected output? Huh? You just ignore the Terraform process, guys. Understand the manual process. Same process Terraform follow. But 90% students, Terraform. No Terraform. Terraform will follow what you know, manual process only. Once write a code, done. Next, the behavior and all, cloud knowledge is mandatory. Okay. Terraform plan, how it will work. Okay, manual process you tell me. Then same process Terraform will follow. My server is running an AP South US East 1A. I want to change availability zone. How to do that? Hmm? Is there any process to change data center? Server is running in one room. I want to move the server in different room, a different availability zone. Is there any process they are giving? Terminate, create only, right? Modify process is not there, right? Terraform plan. One destroy, one add. Destroy existing destroy. Create in different agent. Why we need to destroy? Your action is giving like that only. No. I don't want to destroy. I want to add one more thing. Then create a different main.tf, not existing main.tf. Understand? This main.tf already tracking is there for the state file. If you need not destroy it, only add means create one more main.tf in different directory. That will consider as a different requirement. If you do changes in the same main.tf, state file can understand same requirement every time. Understand? Okay. So after that, you can push this code, but not possible to push code again. Why? .terraform contains more than 3 GB data. .terraform logs HCL, state backup and all, it's a large data. I want to ignore this. Tell me which process Git we can use. I don't want to push. See, I want to push only main.tf, provider.tf, variable.tf only, right? Git ignore. Clear now? Let's write a git ignore file, but not inside of the day one. If you write inside of the day one, every time, day 2, day 3, day 4, you need to write. Repository level you can create. My repository is what? Terraform 1030 AM practice repository. Switch back here. Clear now? Here you can create. Repository level we can push, not directory level. Understand? If you do changes on day 1, do the changes on day 8, do the changes on day 6. Repository you can push, all the changes will reflect, not a day 1 push. If you push day 1, day 2, day 3, still old changes only there. Repository level you are tracking means definitely .git ignore file you can create. Repository level, not inside the directories. Clear now? Let's create a direct .git ignore. vi .git ignore. You can create there also, here also, no problem. Anything is fine. Created, right? So here add the content. Let's go to my main.tf. Outside of the, see, this repository also outside of the, so copy. I think you can understand, right, what I'm doing now. .terraform .tf state star .tf state star .lock HCL star these and all ignoring except my code. Copy, paste. Clear, right? So now you are on the repository level. ls, okay, git status. Clear? Next, git add a .all files, but ignore these files. day one. Then, so I have pushed the repository also. So please don't clone and simply run it. Try to run a code by you, how I have created. If you clone and copy and copy the code, paste and run, no use, guys. Once again, I'm saying, try to write by your own. Okay, even 4 lines of code also fine. But in interview, definitely they will ask, are you able to write a Terraform code? Can you show me something? At least you are able to write a 20 lines of code. I will show you how to write a 78 lines of code here without checking any chat GPT and official reviews. Right? Thank you. Bye bye.